Okay. So
Okay, so you guys are saying you want to start without Leah?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, please tell me my baby.
Question 1. Where are you?
I'm like, oh, okay.
Are we gonna need to use SPSS probably?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, give me 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I left it loaded from last night because I was like, it'll take so long. I just
Oh, really? Mine, like, freaks out if I leave it for, like...
No, I know. No, I can't leave it open. It says, hey, you weren't there, so we closed down on you.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, that's what mine does, too.
It was up so late, it doesn't matter. I don't know.
Okay. Group meeting quiz.
Start quiz.
Not there yet.
Okay. We still like you. Okay, did you get my email about the group?
Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry. I'm, like, horrible at responding to emails sometimes.
I wasn't worried about it, like, really. I just was like, okay, do we
Yeah,
all...
so I haven't looked at it yet. Maybe I'll have a look at it right now.
Okay, because I was like, I don't want to mess up the sheet and write all my stuff if it's not. I just don't want to mess anyone else up.
Did he approve the project?
Yeah, he did.
Good.
Right?
I'm going to the... Did he?
I thought he did.
No,
Did he approve our project?
Did he what?
Approve our
Oh,
project.
yeah, he did. Yeah, I emailed you guys a while ago, but anyways, I probably got, because I emailed a bunch of stuff, so I probably just got mixed up in there somewhere.
I'm going shopping today. And we're looking for 4, not 3, right?
Yes, 4.
And then we're comparing it to Cheerios. Right?
Oh, no, we're just doing 4 completely random ones.
But I thought we were each getting 4, and then we were comparing the sugar content to the Cheerios.
No, I think it's easier just to do 4.
Yeah, we're just comparing the 16 together.
Because we're doing, like, an ANOVA test, so all we're looking for is if there's, like, 1 difference. Yeah. Pretty basic. Okay, collect the data. I'm just going to look at a sheet quick. And we all submit our own?
That's what it looked like.
We all submit our own, but since I'm doing collect the data, then I have to find a way to describe the way everybody did it, right?
No. Yeah, so we're all doing collect the data, and then you alone are doing describe the data.
Describe, right, but just in describing, I think I'm supposed to describe how it was collected, too.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I think you might compile it all and probably, when describing it, like include making graphs or charts. Or
Okay,
did I?
so it says collect the data. Number 1 question says state your research question, which I can just copy over from the other assignment. Provide a short summary of what you've learned while collecting your data. Describe where and how you collected your data. Was there a situation you not anticipated? How do you handle it? Use complete sentences, coherent writing. Attach the data you collected. Please use labels and any explanation. So, like for number 3, we would all put our own. We would all put those pictures, right? Or do you think we could probably just write the? I think we could probably just type out the data.
So, and the data would just be the cereal name and then the sugar content.
Yeah, yeah, and like the serving size. Let's put the serving size too. Because I think what we should do, because every serving size is going to be different, so we're going to be like, this is how much sugar if you follow the exact serving size for each box. So I think that's what we should do. Yeah, so for number 3, for collect the data, which I have up on that Google Docs, I don't know. I'm sure
I got into it and I started to edit it, but that's when I stopped because I didn't want to. I didn't know if we each had to submit a sheet like that.
I don't think so. I think we all just put everything on there and then like 1 person can submit it. I'm sure he doesn't want to look at it 4 times, right?
That's kind of what I thought, but I'm like, I never know sometimes with teachers.
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Usually for like projects, they're fine with 1 person. Yeah, so let's all put our data on number 3, so like on that Google Docs, and then I'll put the research question just from my other sheet for number 1, and then number 2 we'll just kind of do once everything's up there.
So just to confirm, because I just kind of dropped in here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We're doing 4 boxes of any cereal, and we're looking at serving size and sugar. Or
Yeah.
like sugar per serving size.
Yeah, yeah.
And you said we're going to add that to the Google Docs to question 3?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys can just like type up, just be like Like, for example, like Cheerios, 2 grams per serving size, half a cup. Something
Okay.
like whatever it says, you know.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, 5 minutes is up. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hey, here comes a favorite question. What kind of hypothesis test is most appropriate?
Are you guys just starting the test?
Yes.
Okay.
In an article in the Journal of Small Business Management, a successful startup business in the United States and Korea were compared. One set of data compared educational level of people who manage successful startup companies in the U.S. and Korea. You want to determine if education level of managers of successful startup companies is independent of the country they are from. I think this is independent.
I think so too.
I think it's what? What do you think, Liam?
I think it's independent too.
The problem is,
But don't trust my opinion because it's always wrong.
well, we're comparing two, right?
Yeah, we're comparing means, what type of means, 2 types of means, how's the data independent. So that's what I think.
The problem is, I think the next one's independent too.
I thought it was the chi-squared test because you're determining if it's independent of the country that they're from.
But I think the difference between the chi-square test is you look at the relationships between variables.
Okay.
If they're independent or not.
Well, yeah, the independence is the same. They're just the main difference between a chi test and an independent sample t-test is like at the top of the tree. You know how it says relationships between variables and comparing means? That's like the main difference.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like for this particular question, I think we are looking at the means, not like variables. You know what I mean? That's just what I think.
Okay.
Who wants to?
We want to determine if the education level is independent of the country.
No, because it says independent. I think that Heather's right. I think it's Kai.
Honestly, like, I don't trust myself, so I bet it is.
I'm like, I don't trust myself either because I always
I hate these questions so much! Ah!
They're so confusing.
Like,
I think it's
it's
Kai, I
wasting
really
my
do.
time, and it freaking destroys my score.
I'm gonna do Kai.
Okay, so you do Kai, and I'll do independent, and we'll see. You're
Okay.
probably right.
Okay. Because I think that 3 is also independent, or is independent.
Okay. Well, let's read it.
Human Resources Manager reported data from a recent involuntary reduction in force at her company. You are an attorney and want to determine if age discrimination was a factor. The company reported the number of employees in 2 groups, 40 years old or younger. That's one group, and over 40 years old. They also reported the number of employees in each group who were terminated. We want to determine if both age groups were treated equally. Which hypothesis test is most
See, I feel like this is a Kai test.
See, and I put for this one independent sample.
I think it's independent.
Okay,
I don't know.
let's do opposite again. Then.
Okay.
Just so you know, we don't have to, like, guess again.
Somebody, yeah, we'll know some way or the other.
So independent sample t-test is what I thought. What did you think, Leah? Oh, her microphone's off.
So for the first one, I also thought it was independent sample t-test. And
Okay.
question 3, I didn't think it was independent samples t-test, but I didn't even, at the time when I took the questions, I didn't think of the chi-squared, but I think that one is what it is.
You think 3 is chi-squared?
Yeah.
I think we should just do both and just kind of see.
We'll do both, but because of the wording, I'm going to stick with what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I felt about this test, too.
Right. A survey was conducted by a group of state lotteries. A random sample of 29406 adults completed the survey. A total of 248 were classified as heavy players. Of these, 152 were male. You want to determine if the proportion of male heavy lottery players is different than the proportion of males in the population, which is 48.5. I did not understand.
So this one is like one of the proportion questions. I just don't know if it's one proportion or two proportions.
Yeah. Well, I put a sample t-test, but just reading it there where it talks about proportions, I would agree. I'd say it's one of the tests of proportions. Is it one or two?
I think it's one because it's just talking about males. You know how usually when it's two proportions, they'll talk about males and females? And then there'll be like 4 categories.
Yeah. So I would say you're right.
I think it's just one proportion.
So what? A, B, C, D, E. Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I think it's one proportion too, because it says the heavy lottery players from the males in the population.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what I would say too, because we're just testing the proportion of heavy against everyone else, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. We can agree on that one.
Number 5.
Do you want me to read it?
Oh, it's okay. A student project compared the effectiveness of 2 different combination locks. One of the locks turned clockwise first, and the other turned counterclockwise first. They asked 25 students to participate in the study. Each student was given the combination to each lock and asked to open the locks. The time it took to open each was recorded. They wanted to determine which is faster, which hypothesis test. I think this one is paired because I think the students are doing each one.
Well, I think it's paired because the first one determines the second one. You know what I mean? Like the first one was clockwise, and then the second one was counterclockwise.
Right. But the point is, it's the same students doing both.
That makes sense. Okay. So we're looking at students. So did you put paired sample t-test?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. The next 3 questions identify the one confidence interval that is most appropriate. What? See, this is what I mean.
This is the one that confused me. Like, we've never done questions like this.
Yeah, I was confused either, but...
Okay. A bank employs 2 appraisers. When approving borrowers for mortgages, it's imperative that the appraisers value the same types of properties consistently. To make sure this is the case, the bank evaluates 6 properties that both appraisers had recently valued. To which confidence is most? I want to say paired because they both did the same one.
I don't know, yeah. Because I remember that there has been a question like this somewhere. I just, like, have no idea which one it is.
Yeah, I remember that question, too. It was back in the day. So maybe it was...
Let's jump into the textbook.
When approving borrowers...
Oh, I have no idea where it is. I don't.
Yeah, we neither.
At this point. But if you want to look, you can do that, Charlotte. Okay, well, why don't we try to do the tree? So, is this a relationship between variables, or are we comparing means?
What do you mean by tree? Can you show me what you mean?
Oh, it's the decision tree. So go to content,
Huh?
and then go to resources. Yeah, Brother Papa just added this a week ago or something because he could tell that everyone was struggling with these dumb questions.
Resources. And which one is it? Research scenarios?
It's decision tree.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I have that copied into my notes, but it's not super helping clearly for me.
Yeah, so we just need to, is this a relationship between variables, or are we comparing means?
Well, it's a relationship between the 2 property value. Like, how do they compare to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they close? They are, but I don't know.
They're comparing the appraisals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they want the appraisers to value the same type of properties consistently. It seems like it is variable. I don't know. But
Yeah.
this could also be like a mean. This question is just like really hard. I feel like it could be both.
Yeah.
I am leaning towards the paired sample just because like like there are two
Makes more
approaches.
sense. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with paired, I think.
I was fasting 20 minutes.
When I answered it last night, I put the confidence interval for 2 proportions, but
Yeah, I was thinking it could be that one too.
the more I think about it, we're trying to pair up these samples and see how they compare to each other, though.
Mhm.
Because you're not going to compare, this property to some other property. You're going to compare it to the exact same one and see how they.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think for the proportion questions, I'm pretty sure in the question they always say proportion.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't like totally hang your hat on that, but I'm like pretty sure that's what they do.
Yeah, I think you're right. So should we move on to 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Wall Street Journal article on satisfaction with career paths, the percentage of psychology majors reporting they were satisfied with their career path was recorded. The same data was also reported for accounting majors. You decide to construct a 95% confidence interval. Statistically observed that difference is significant. Can you remember what one sample T confidence is? It's one sample, but it means we don't know what sigma is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the decision tree says.
Okay, but in this case we're comparing 2 things, so we're not using one sample, right?
Well, yeah, it kind of goes back to the decision tree. So after comparing means, what kind of means? Are you comparing a sample mean, or are you comparing a population mean, or are you comparing 2 sample means? So right now, I think we're comparing 2 sample means because this is them taking a sample from a population.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not the first 2 for sure. I think it might be independent.
I put B or D because I didn't know which one. When I answered it last night, I was like, okay, it's either B or D.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing is that it says the same data was also reported, so does that mean they were using the same questions?
Yeah, I think so.
And that makes it paired? No.
That is a good question. But see, the thing you need to decide between paired and independent, does knowing one sample tell you who the next sample will be?
Well, would you, if you knew that they were psychology and then you have to pick an accounting major?
See, I don't think so. I don't know. That doesn't seem
Remember,
like
that was kind of tricky, like with the siblings, like they're not picked because they're siblings. I don't know. So yeah, that's where I'm like, I remember that being really confusing when we went there because there were some that were like, they're not paired because it might seem like they're paired, but they're not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna say D.
Saying independent.
D. I don't know if that's correct.
Mm-hmm. I think that's. If it's not, then it's paired. I mean, it's fine.
Okay. So question 8.
Who wants to take over?
I'll read it. Double stuffed Oreo cookies are supposed to have twice the filling of regular Oreo cookies. You and some friends decide you want to know if that is a true assertion by the company who makes them. You take a sample of 55 double stuffed Oreo cookies and measure the amount of filling in each one. You need to construct a confidence interval to estimate the true mean filling amount of double stuffed Oreos in order to compare it to the filling amount in regular Oreos. Which confidence interval would be most appropriate for the study?
See, this one, you know the sample mean and the population mean. So it's either a z-test or one sample t-test.
Wouldn't it? So I always thought that it was paired samples because the double stuff depends on the regular.
Yeah, so this kind of goes back to that decision tree. So it's like, it goes back to, is it 2 sample means or is there a sample mean and a population mean? So do you see how in the question it says, what does it say?
True mean
You need to construct. Okay, wait. Do we know the true mean? I thought it said we did.
No, it says you need to construct a confidence interval to just estimate the true mean of the double stuff. So we're
Yeah.
only taking one sample.
Oh, so they're comparing it to regular Oreos. See, I don't know.
I think it's paired.
I don't, because one double stuff is not connected to a regular Oreo. They're still separate things. It's not like husband and wife.
I feel like it's a tricky thing though, because in the first sentence it says they're supposed to have twice the filling of regular Oreos. So that makes me think it's like a trick question almost.
That is kind of tricky.
Okay, so but the only thing we do is take a sample of 55 Oreos and compare it to what?
So it's based on regular Oreos.
Yeah, sample and population mean. Is sigma known? No. I just put one sample t-test.
Yeah, I think it is one sample t-test. Why don't you put paired, Leah, and we'll see.
Okay.
I wish we could just do these all together for the test, and then we could like do the rest of the stuff like alone. Because I feel like I get it so much more when we like talk about it.
Mhm.
But when I'm like alone, I'm like, meh, I don't know.
That's why I fell on the test too. I'm like, oh, I need someone to like give me a little boost of confidence or say, no, you're totally doing it wrong. Okay, number 9. I put B.
I put C.
I don't know why I put B. Did I put B? Yes, I don't know why.
I think it's B, even if C is correct, I think it's the wording in this case, because doesn't significant level mean the same thing as a type 1 error?
I
Or
think
is that...
I think it's B.
I didn't catch that. You think it's what?
I think it's B, right? The probability of a type 1 error.
That's what I put.
But why?
That's
Because
just
it's the same thing.
Because we just want to know if it's like, I don't know.
I have this like written on my like cheat sheet thing, so like I know it. Like significance level and type 1 error are the same.
And I think this is
Oh.
based on the way they word it, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And number 10.
Which one of the following best defines the notion of the p-value of a hypothesis test? I put C for this one.
Yeah. Okay. 11.
Suppose you create a 95% confidence interval for a mean and get 10/20. You've been told to report this by saying something like, we're 95% confident that the true mean is between 10 and 20. Exactly what does this mean?
It's B, and I know this very well because I went over it with the tutor.
I went over it with the instructor and he told me that's how to do it too.
What?
Oh, B, the same one.
There are 2 ways that you word it. You either say we're 95% confident, da-da-da, or 95% of 95%. Those are the 2 right ways that you can say it.
Okay, so it's either going to always be 95% of 95% or we are 95% confident.
Right.
12. You take a simple random sample of 100 adults from a town in the western United States to determine the proportion of those in town who invest in the stock market. Assume the unknown population proportion or percentage of people in town who invest in the stock market is 30%. What is the mean of the distribution of the sample proportions?
So it's just the P number, right? Like
I think so.
very.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I put.
Okay, I don't know what I did on here.
What's the standard deviation of the distribution of the sample proportion? So since we're using the word proportion, that means we're using a different standard deviation, right?
What?
What's the standard deviation formula for
It's
proportion?
p hat equals the square root of p bracket 1 take away p bracket over n.
I need my calculator.
So P is 0.3, and there were 100, a sample of 100, right?
So it's 1 minus 0.3 times 0.3.
Divided by 100?
Yeah, and then make sure you square root it.
Divided by 100. Square root. 0.0458.
You're fast, hold on.
Yeah. But then you like round.
Yeah.
So 0.30 times 1 minus 0.30 divided by 100?
Yeah.
You got 0.046?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, I wish the test, wasn't like fill in the blank. I wish it was like it was on the
Individual prep.
book, like how they give you like the options.
I know, then you at least know if you're kind of close.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I get an answer and there's like an option there, I'm like, yes, feeling good.
Okay, so 0.046, is that what everyone else got?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The thing is, for this next question, 14,
Yeah.
just make sure when you do the standard deviation not to use the rounded number, I think.
Yeah.
Correct.
So for this one, we're doing the point.
You're doing the z-score formula.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go p hat minus p divided by the square, like the standard deviation.
Right.
Okay, so p hat minus p divided by the square root of the standard deviation,
Mhm.
which is 0.046. We can just use that, right?
Well, I don't know. I personally feel safer like using like I think Brother Papa said we can use like 5 decimal places and then that's safe.
I'm going to do it right now. Okay.
I've got negative 1.091.
Yeah.
So p hat is the 0.25, right?
Yeah.
And p is the 0.3.
Mhm. Yeah, like a good way to remember that is like in the question it actually says p equals 0.3.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
And then something I had trouble with on one of the quizzes that the tutor went over with me is if it gives you a percentage, that can also be P. Like I was looking for a number and it bugged me that it was a percentage, but that it can also be represented that way.
Yeah, but you just need to like write the percentage as a decimal.
and then is the answer you came up with negative 2.182?
Mm-mm.
Okay, great.
Negative 1.091.
Okay, so 0.25 minus 0.3 divided by and what did you get?
Negative 1.091.
Okay, that's what I got this time. I think I square rooted that one. I don't know why. Sorry.
So for question 15, are we using the categorical data Excel spreadsheet?
I think I did. Yeah, I like used the Excel sheet for like everything.
Yeah, I did use the Excel sheet for these.
Or wait, what is it?
Did you input the information, or is there a, yeah, right?
So you guys put that information in the applet, right?
What?
For 14.
I did.
Yeah, so it's not asking for the z-score, it's asking for the probability.
Okay, so then we need to go.
Yeah, so put it in the applet afterwards.
The marks.
Are you taking the information from that paragraph and putting that into Excel? Or is this, oh no, you're using the categorical analysis thing like you guys just did.
I use Excel 2 proportions.
Yeah. Let me get to it.
So, did you get 0.138?
Yes.
Negative 1.091.
Quiet.
Thank you so much, Mom.
Okay, so for this one, we're just shading that left side of it, correct?
Yeah, because you're looking for the probability that it is less than 0.25.
And so then the probability is 0.1376.
Yeah, so 1, 3.
Okay. Just sorry, I'm
Oh no, it's totally fine.
like
Hold on a second.
0.138.
Yeah, so for 15, I just used the 2 proportion Excel sheet because I didn't know what else to do. I was kind of confused about the whole P1 minus P2 thing.
Okay.
So, anyways, I did it. I don't know if it's right.
I think that's what I did too. It's hard when it's not the same because I'm like, oh. But yeah, I did use the sheet also, the categorical.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We have to calculate the margin of error. Didn't ask me to do that last time, jerk.
Hold on, I'm still a little bit.
okay, so for 2 proportions, let's see what this says here.
They don't give you the margin of error in the thing, do they?
Do you
Yes,
guys remember how to find it on Excel?
What?
Margin of error can be found on Excel. Do you remember?
No, I forget. Can it?
Yep. You go to.
oh, so this is what you had to create your own little thing as well.
Oh, but you can
Sure,
do
I
it
have.
on your calculator though. You don't have to.
I have the same information that you guys did after putting it in. So I put it into the 2 portions. Is your z-score 1.458?
Yes.
Okay, so then so far I'm good. You want to do the calculator?
So what did you guys get for your upper and lower confidence intervals?
Upper is 0.029 and lower is 0.003 negative, right?
Yeah, negative. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. Wait, yes I did.
Oh, for the lower, right? Yeah. So, yeah, the main thing we need to do is go upper minus lower.
Divide by 2.
And that creates the confidence interval.
Mm-hmm.
Upper minus lower.
Well, no, that makes the margin of error.
Oh, margin of error. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so because these numbers are the confidence intervals.
Yeah. Divided by 2.
Did you guys get 0.016?
Yeah.
Hold on, I haven't done it yet.
No, I haven't done.
That's okay. I already have all this information written down from yesterday.
And I'm like, I also, what question are we on? Around 15? I don't.
Yes.
15. I don't know why I didn't have that one written down, but I've got all the others written down.
So, what type of test is this? Is it this?
Is it off?
Well, if I'm putting it into the 2.
Oh, sorry. It's a 2 proportion test.
Yeah, but so you put in the numbers and it has a confidence level and then it has the type of test. So is it less than, greater than, or equal to?
I think I put doesn't equal.
So then negative 0.016. Can it ever be negative?
What is negative?
That's what I have for the thing, 0.016. Is it negative though or not?
No.
No.
Negative minus a negative
Is a positive.
positive, so it's just 0.016.
Yeah. Yeah, so you always need to make sure, if the lower bound is negative, that you do, negative. You need to go, minus negative number.
Okay.
But yeah, Leah, about your thing,
I'm just gonna put not equal because I think
yeah. Because basically,
Essentially what it is.
it's just looking for the difference.
Does
Yeah.
it say the difference?
for the lower bound, did you get negative 0.003?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the lower bound.
Did you guys do margin of error yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, you get the margin of error from knowing the upper and lower bound. I don't know why they always put it first.
So you do upper minus lower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for this one, you go upper minus negative lower, which equals like a positive number.
And we're not dividing it by 2, right? We're just...
Yeah, we do divide it by 2.
Oh.
Yeah, don't forget to do that. That was like me every day.
Margin of error. I always, for some reason.
I got 0.01.
Yeah. That's what we all got.
It's the very last chapter, Inference for Independence. That's the one where you don't divide by 2, but that's only when you're looking at the p-value, not the margin of error, so never mind.
I think most of the time you divide by 2, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we ready for 18?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perform a hypothesis test to see if the proportion of experimental group subjects who experience dizziness is different than the proportion of control subjects who do. So,
I put A.
Yeah, I put A too.
yeah.
The value of your test statistic is
1.458.
4.458.
Is this from up here? Yeah. Okay. What is?
Yeah, it's where it says Z.
Yeah. I know. I was like, wait, are we still using the same numbers?
Yeah, we are. Okay, the p-value of your test is 0.145. So, do we have to divide it when it's a one-tailed test? I forget.
But it shouldn't be a one-tailed test, right?
Oh no, right? Because we change it. Never mind. I know what's up now.
Yeah. So if you're not changing it up there, then it will be.
Yeah, because you have that little thing where it'll change it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we failed to reject.
This one is worded very badly. Watch out.
Yeah.
I think it's C.
I think it's A.
Is there sufficient evidence to conclude that the true proportion of people who experience dizziness?
Are you rejecting the null hypothesis?
Yes.
No.
No.
See, like what you said was the alternative hypothesis.
You are not rejecting the null hypothesis. You're keeping it. You
Oh,
are
you failed it.
therefore
Oh, my.
failing to accept the alternative.
So I put the very last one as that.
No, it is. I think it is the last one.
I think it's the first one.
No, because you don't ever. You always fail to reject. It's always the null. You don't ever really do anything with the.
You're right.
So if P is higher than A, then you fail to reject.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Or,
And then there's, so if P is high, then you fail to reject, and there's insufficient evidence.
Okay.
And then you
write that down. Always forget it.
well, it's saying is there sufficient evidence?
No, there's insufficient evidence. Oh wait.
Yeah, so this one says there is sufficient evidence, and we say no, there is not, because we failed to reject the null.
But those two go together.
No, if you fail to reject the null, then it is insufficient.
I know.
I think it's the last
We
one.
normally word it is not worded this way. That's what I'm saying.
No, this one is worded tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
I-
this one, it's saying there is sufficient evidence, so if you were to say yes, then we would have to have rejected the null. But we didn't, so we have to say no, there's not sufficient evidence, aka there's insufficient evidence. That's why we say no. And that's why we say fail to reject the null, and then the null is HO.
So Charlotte, they're just saying, is there sufficient evidence to conclude? And we're saying no. Because the p-value is so high, there's no way that it could be.
I know. So are you choosing A or C?
We're choosing the very last one. No,
It says yes, though, guys. It says yes. Is there sufficient evidence? You're saying yes.
no, it's just asking you, is there? And we're saying no, there's not sufficient evidence. Because the p-value is so high, there's no way that it's...
I know.
Okay.
You guys see how the question says yes instead of no?
Where?
D.
He says, is there sufficient evidence?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have it all the way. I thought there were just 4.
Oh, she just didn't see the last option.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry, I got frustrated.
Yeah, we were all saying the wrong one.
I'm like, I don't know.
baby.
Charlotte hates us.
Like, we all speak English. Why is it not working?
Scroll down farther.
so for question 22, we're using the chi-square.
Yes.
Okay.
I use Excel because, but I got this one wrong.
And I used SPSS because I spent like 4 hours figuring out how to actually do it.
Heather, how do you do it?
Ugh, it's so annoying. Like, I even had to like email him, and I texted him at Costco. It's probably like, you are so ridiculous.
Well, no, it's ridiculous that we have to do SPSS. That's what's ridiculous.
It's so time consuming, but
It
once
is.
in there,
Time.
it works out pretty good.
Heather, how
So
do you do it in SPSS?
what you have to do, I don't even think I can explain it to you because I'll probably mess myself up. But basically, in one of our homework ones, it kind of laid out how to do it.
Yeah, didn't the young guy teach us how to do it?
No, like it was just on the quiz, and I could not figure out how to do it, so that's why I was like texting him and asking. So you have to set it up, and I wish I would have. I just closed that stupid data file. I should have left it up. But basically, you put in the age groups. So you have to put this top stuff. Wait, is that how I did it? Yeah, that's how I did it for this one. I put the age groups like, and you have to put morning, evening, 18 to 29, and then you put like the counts, and then you have to weight the counts. It's really,
So you have 3 columns, right?
yeah. I don't know why I just closed these out. I had them all, and I just closed them, and that was really dumb. But yeah, so I set it up that, which I probably have to set it up again anyway, so I'll just do it. Where is...
I don't know. I feel like I kind of just want to risk it and hope Excel is right. And if it's wrong, I'm like,
Well,
at least I didn't waste my time. I don't know.
Well, when I went over the review, I put in our right class number, and it says to use Excel.
Oh, for the Chi test?
Well, for
Well, no, it says to use for 1 proportion and 2 proportions, but I think for the Chi test we are supposed to use.
yeah.
oh.
So,
Anyways, I feel like I might just risk it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
use Excel anyway.
Heather, one more time. Your first column is what? The morning person. The second one is evening.
no, you can't do it that way because you have to put them in. So the first column I did 18 to 29. And then you have to make sure it is a string variable, not numerical. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So it'll take forever if, sorry, and it's really being slow. So I just put in the ages, and then under each age you're going to put morning, evening, and then the count, and over at the end. I'm really terrible I'm like a visual person, so.
So the first
I
box.
don't want to mess you guys up. I'm going to use SPSS because I finally figured out how to do it, but you can.
No, I want to figure out what you're doing. So the first box I put 18 to 29. Below that I'm going to put 30 to 49.
Correct. Well, yeah, how did I do this? Oh, so okay, so this is what you do, okay. So put in age for this variable view.
Did you title it age? Does it matter?
Yeah, because you're gonna have to type in everything.
So you go to variable view. How did you make it say age? You go to label.
Yeah. So you go to variable view, just type in that first box age and the second box like status or whatever you want to put it, and then
You put that under label, right?
you know what? I don't want to waste. Yeah, I can walk you through this later, so that we're not taking a million hours to do it.
But if this is what you're supposed to do.
Okay, because I'm super like flustered because seriously it takes me like 20 minutes to set this up because I'm so bad at it. I'm just not very good at it yet, but I can.
I just wish that like it's just so annoying that they're like, oh, use SCSS, but you have to like make a chart every single time. You know what I mean? Like it's just so annoying that they can't give you a chart that's already like prepared. You know.
Okay. So I did.
I'm gonna write like a huge rant about it one day. About how I'm not getting, like, it's a waste of my time. You know? I'm gonna rage about it one day.
Is there any way you can screen share, Heather?
Yeah, I will. Just a minute. Okay, so let me get this set. So this is just what I did, and you know I think you can do it whatever way you want. And then, so how do I like? Let me figure out how to screen share.
Go over to the left side.
Yeah, I got it. I just had to take a minute to figure out what I'm wanting to screen share.
Okay.
Mama's here.
I think this is the correct thing, right?
Okay, so you're doing. Oh,
So I just put in age because I want to be able to put in the age, and then I put in status because I don't know what else to call it. So it's going to be either a morning or evening, and then I put in count. And those two have to be string, and this one has to be numeric. That makes sense.
I'm gonna do
Okay. Then you go to data view. Is it still following my screen? So then you go to data view, and you've got this age, status, and count. So in the age, I just put 18, 29, and then 18 to 29. And then status, you put like morning, and then you put evening. And then the counts, then you put in those counts, and you say morning was 97, and evening was 131. Does this make sense? So
sort of. Slowly it is. Yeah.
All broken up. And then you put same thing, morning and evening.
So wait, back on the variable view, you just put stuff into the name and the type, right?
Right. You just put stuff, name, and then you have to, age and status we're not actually going to look at, but we need to kind of have it in there so we get it. But the count is what happens, and then you weight that count, and then you can run the test.
Right. Can you go back to the data view?
Uh-huh.
So, okay, I have age, and I still did that right, and then you do the count. Do you have to fill that in, or will it do that when you data analyze?
No, you have to fill it in because you're taking it from this chart and inputting it into SCS.
Okay.
Oh, this is so long. 45 questions.
I know. Oops.
Oh, sorry. One more time.
I think.
There. One more time. Status, morning, evening. Because you do it twice. Okay, I get it. And you've done this and it worked for you?
Well, I mean, I can tell you what I got, like, but I could have told you, but I wrote all the answers in, like, A, B, C, D, E, F form, so I'm like, I don't remember what they were. So that's I have to read it again.
Yeah, I have like the real answers written down though.
Hey, you're smart. I was like, oh, that's right in
Well,
there.
no, because like the same thing happened to me last time we did this. Because I wrote like A, B, C, D, and then I was like, oh, they are not the same in the same order. So then I just wrote down the real answers.
Like, I can't even remember that far back. I have really bad mom brain times 4. So, like, oh yeah, I should have wrote down the actual answer. That would have been helpful. So, so I've got it all filled out, and then I'm gonna go weight the cases.
Okay.
Maybe.
I Seriously though, I just don't understand why they want us to do this. Like, it's such a waste of time.
Well, I wonder if maybe it's just so to like prep us for like our actual test. If some people had to input their own data, do you know what I mean? When we're doing our own, so that we know. I don't know.
We're
So
sure
we
we
could
can't
just
use
use
Excel on
Excel
this.
and not have to do it.
Okay, what did you say, Charlotte?
Why are we not? Can we not use Excel on this one?
Wow.
Because half of the time the answer is like a decimal off, and half of the time the answer is right.
So then on this one, then you do the descriptive statistics and crosstabs, and then the row is age, and the column is status, and then
And it doesn't matter, right? All variables in the working file or in variable sets are inappropriate for this dialog box.
is that what it says?
Are you kidding? What are you talking about? Maybe it's because I had one selected. Oh my gosh. I did what you did, Heather, and it won't let me do it. Oh,
What is it?
I don't know. It's stupid.
Okay, so I don't know if it's still showing my data view.
It is.
Oh, then I have the bar chart, so I just ran that test and I've got this bar chart.
Okay. Don't kill me.
Nope, it's correct. What was that?
Heather, one more time. So I have everything entered into the data view,
Okay, let me go back to that.
just like that.
Okay.
And then I went to data,
Okay.
and I went to weighted cases.
Wait,
and it- Yeah, and it won't let me.
what does it say?
Here, hold on. Entire screen right here. Go right over. Like that. Okay, so here's my. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, let me look at it. Okay.
Here's my info. I go to data, go to weight cases. It gives me this.
Okay. A variable in the working file are appropriate.
Or in the variable sets in use are inappropriate for this dialog box.
Go back to your variable view.
Did you put plus in yours? 65 plus or just 65?
I have
I
65.
would put just 65.
Okay, that might be it. No.
I have 65 plus. Okay, go back to your variable view. Sorry, this is why I was like, it was so confusing. I seriously spent like 3 hours that day trying to figure out how to do this.
Age, status, count. String,
Okay,
string.
so count needs to not be string. Count has to be numerical. So that's the only one that is, and then it should run
Better.
correctly.
Done.
Okay.
Wait. Count. Okay, and then you went to analyze descriptive crosstabs?
Yeah, and then crosstabs, yeah.
And then either one doesn't matter.
Right.
And we leave count over here.
Yeah, and then you put in the statistics, you gotta do the chi-square.
Where are we at?
Top left.
Are you sure?
Positive, top left.
Okay.
Remember how I spent like 3 hours doing it? How many times I read?
Cells, don't you want it to say something? Or no?
Expected. Put in the expected up there on the top left.
Okay.
And then you can choose the bar charts or not.
Then we are coming down to look at what? What do we want? The chi-score?
The test statistic, I think.
Which is labeled as what? This, right? 6.579?
Yes. I think so.
That's what you guys have done?
6579 is what I have. Did you get that in?
That's what I got in Excel.
Good. That makes
But the answers in the textbook didn't give that answer. They gave 6.58.
I don't know.
So
Well, that's
I-
the textbook
I-
will. It's supposed to give you
Excel rules,
this.
SPSS rules.
0.579. And the p-value
So
is...
the value is what? It is
0.087.
Yeah, 0.087.
0.087.
Honestly, I'm just using Excel because it's
Mine's
like
Excel.
right most of the times.
did you reject? No.
You reject.
No, the p-value is greater than 0.05.
Correct.
Guys, we're only halfway done.
I know, and it's taking us forever. What do you conclude based on your results?
No, failed to reject HO.
Insufficient evidence.
Oh, never mind.
We're not rejecting the null, so we have insufficient evidence to say that being a morning or evening person is independent of age.
So it's C. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what are we setting this one up in?
Oh, wait. We have insufficient evidence. Okay.
I used Excel one proportion.
Okay. But why? What is worded in here that helps us know we're doing Excel 1?
Because it only gives you one X and one N.
Okay.
Excel what? Okay.
Excel one proportion. Yeah, so I was kind of struggling on this one, and I did a couple things, and I figured out this was the only one that worked.
Okay. So the one.
Because anyways, this was a struggle for me, but I figured it out. So it's one proportion, I'm pretty sure, because it gives you a P percentage, like the 20%, and then it gives you N is 200, and then it gives you 50 out of the 200. So that's the X.
So 50 out of 200.
Yeah. So when you do the one proportion, you put X and N.
So do we, for the null hypothesis,
You put 0.2. You always put the true proportion, I think.
Okay.
What question are you guys on?
26.
Outperformed, so we want it to be more than, right?
Yeah, I put greater than.
Okay.
So lower bound is what?
I got 0.190.
Yeah.
And then the upper bound is 0.310.
Yeah.
I actually do remember that one.
I hate question 28
Why? What does it say?
because I'm not good at this one.
Oh,
This is the one where you do that formula where you know the P star. So if they physically in the question give you the P star number, then you do N equals Z over M, everything squared, and then P star, aka 0.2, take away bracket 1, take away P star.
And that's the one we're doing now because we have the P star, right?
Because it gives you the P star. Yeah, so if they don't give you the P star, aka the prior estimate, then you do the other formula.
So I don't like it because I don't know what do we put for Z and M.
Z, because it's a 95% confidence interval, you put that 1.96 number, you know?
That's right. Okay.
And then for M, do you see how it says the sample size to construct a margin of error of 2%?
P.
Or 2% is 0.02, right?
Okay.
So the it's N equals Z over M squared times P bracket 1 minus P.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and make sure you put the, anyways, just if it helps you, it helped me, make sure you put the P star so you know you're taking that, same information. Because sometimes it might be different than the other P. from the beginning of the question.
Yeah.
And then you input P star into that. Not.
So the 95, is that 1.96?
Yeah.
And then you just do this by hand. You can't like input it into any calculation.
No, it's I think they let you use Excel. You know, like that one confidence interval, how it was like really, really intense. I think that's why they let us use Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one's like simple enough that they like want you to do it.
What did you guys get?
1537.
I got, okay, and we're rounding up because we're not.
Because people can't be half.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I got. 1537.
So the first part and the second part,
Mm-hmm.
Do
You multiply.
multiply.
Multiply, yeah. Yeah, so when there's nothing, you basically assume that it's multiplication, especially if it's beside a bracket. Because anything beside a bracket, when there's no sign, means multiplication.
Yeah.
So we're doing, so it's 15?
What?
For question 28?
It's 1537.
1, 5.
But I thought we were doing a whole number.
Yes. Yeah, because people can't be half, you know? Get their-
1,537.
Okay, question 29. Which hypothesis is most appropriate? I think it's the second last one.
Yep.
Which
30, I put A.
I put A2.
wait, 29 you put.
We put the second last one.
Okay, that's the second to the last one or the last one?
Second to last.
Okay.
Mom, look.
It's A, correct?
Yeah, for the next one. Because it like I know that B is correct for something else. I just like forgot which one.
I think it's the chi-squared, is it?
Yes, yeah. What is your test statistic?
1.768.
Yes.
Wait, did you guys, hold on. How did we do 31?
I'd used Excel on the one proportion.
And we're still looking at the same one.
Yeah.
1.7.
Yeah.
Except for question 32, I changed it from not equal to greater than.
So
Because,
you divided by 2?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got 0.0.
Basically,
Is that what it is?
I got that too.
You got what?
Oh yeah, you can divide by 2.
So then it's
0.039.
greater than?
Don't you take 0.039 divide that by 2?
No.
The
It
point
is
0.077 and divide it by 2.
Wait. What?
What? On the Excel, it's saying the p-value is 0.039.
Right.
We
Right.
want to know if it's greater than, so we divide it by 2.
What does it say when it says type of test?
So originally it's
Scarlett?
not equal to.
Yeah. And now
Scarlett, on your Excel sheet, at the very bottom purple one, when it says type of test, what does it say?
My Excel sheet?
Yes.
Hold on. I don't think there's any. Oh, I'm looking at one proportion.
Yeah. No, look at one proportion. That's right. And
okay. But
then
then
it should say greater than, equal to, or less than. So you put greater than, and then that will give you the correct p-value.
It stays at what it's supposed to be.
yeah. 0.039.
But then, like, for example, if you put equal to or whatever, then it would be like the double
Okay.
number. Okay.
Oh, finally, we're rejecting.
30. Yes, reject the no.
A.
Yeah, first one, A.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were flying through this.
34. I know. Jeez.
Wait,
Well,
this
we have like a couple more questions.
is this one SPSS?
Yes.
Ugh. I gotta open it
your
up.
life. Yes. Yes.
Now, Leanne, you remember that from looking over this yesterday? Because you didn't know it that fast, did you?
What?
Like, how did you know so fast that we're using SPSS and not Excel?
Oh, I like did this all yesterday.
From
like,
yesterday, okay.
Because I don't know. I think you're technically supposed to, right?
Yeah, I did it yesterday too.
I looked at it.
Okay.
No, I'm not very good at like doing stuff quickly, so I like to like, do it ahead of time and then confirm that I got the right answer.
Okay, so I actually did write the answers for this one.
Yeah, because they didn't have a multiple choice.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Not because I'm smart, but because...
Because you had to.
Okay, so what answer did you get? Because I got answers that I don't think are right.
For the confidence interval, I got 0.282 and 0.293.
Yep, not even close. So I need to figure
I
out...
don't know if I'm right, you know what I mean? I just kind of...
Okay, so we go into the blue score.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go analyze, compare mean... No, analyze and then explore.
Yeah, well, I gotta get into the...
Is this from way back when?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a while ago.
I know the only bad thing about like this unit is that it was so short. Like a lot of the test is gonna be about like unit 1 and unit 2. Like mostly unit 2, I bet.
Do the scores go in the dependent list? Or the factor?
Dependent, yes.
And then confidence is the factor?
I think you just do dependent.
Okay. And then did we go into stats or options at all?
No. Yeah, these ones were super basic. They weren't like as hard as the other ones.
That's what makes it hard.
I know.
So the scores isn't in the data files, is it?
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Leah, you got what?
I haven't done it yet. I'm still opening up SPSS.
Sorry.
Okay, so I have SPSS open. So
Yeah.
what did you... What test or how did you do yours? What did we do on this?
So I know that I don't know what test exactly, so I always do this just to be safe, but I know that when you do the 95% confidence interval, you always have to do the explore option and not the compare means options because those two numbers are different sometimes.
Okay.
So basically what you do is you go analyze statistics and then explore, and then
The dependent list is...
95% confidence interval, like in that mean list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have .282 and .293?
Yes.
I lost my. I
Okay.
have my two screens up and I lost my tab that has my quiz on it. I don't know where it went.
Oh, okay. So, 8, 2. The upper bound was 293. Okay. So confidence intervals we have to explore, right?
You always do explore for confidence intervals because sometimes they're a different number for the compare means. I just remember that from somewhere.
Always use explore for confidence intervals.
Yes. And then for like question 36, when we do like the test statistics and the degrees of freedom, that's when you do the compare means.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're
so for
Same
this one,
information.
I did one t-test.
One sample t-test?
Yeah.
And that's because we don't know what this sigma is?
Because we don't know what?
That doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Sorry, I still didn't hear you.
Because we don't know what the sigma is, why we're doing.
Yeah.
And did you put something in test value?
Yes. You need to put the null hypothesis when it is there.
Put it 295.
Yeah. Yeah, so then, for example, for another, I think for the next SPSS file, you know how sometimes tests will be like, oh, I want to see if there is a difference, so the null hypothesis is just 0. That's when you just leave it at 0. But when they actually tell you what the null hypothesis is, you always put that number in, or else it won't turn out right.
Yeah. Okay. So then the degrees of freedom is 99.
99 is what I see.
Okay.
Yeah, so for these easy ones, it's always just like n
Minus
equals degrees of
Wait,
freedom.
wait, wait. Degrees of freedom is n minus 1?
If you want to do it by hand, but you can also just read it from the screen.
Oh, we're 99, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then the test statistic.
P, negative 2.803.
Yes.
Hey, what happened with your quiz? Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
I'm still pulling up SPSS, so.
Okay.
But I have the instruction sheet that tells me how to do it.
Okay.
And in this case, p-value, are we supposed to be dividing it?
Yes. Because it's two-tailed. Because you see how the alternative hypothesis is just like
Not.
doesn't equal 2.95, so they don't care if it's
Yep.
greater than or equal to. So that's what you
The
need.
questions together.
006 is just the answer because we don't do anything to it, right?
I did .003.
No, yeah, it's 003.
Really?
Yeah, because we have to divide it by 2 because it's a two-tailed test.
But it's already as a two-tailed test.
No, that's just what it
Yes,
says.
Oh.
Yeah, this one's kind of confusing. I know, it's so funny. Oh my gosh, is it raining?
It's thunder over here, but you're in California.
Oh my goodness, it's raining! This is so unexpected. I'm so excited.
Uh,
It has been so hot here for so long.
you get what you get, but that's only when we were in Phoenix. We're in Flag. We don't get what you get.
Yes, yeah, Phoenix is like the gross desert, though. I don't know. It's kind of deserty here, but I like to pretend it's not.
Where are you again?
SoCal.
Okay, no, I know not 909. I was in,
Claremont. I don't know if you've heard of it.
yes, I think I got a pretty dress there a couple times.
Yeah, Claremont's
What was
super
that
nice.
Montclair? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, Montclair is really close too. They both have similar names.
Okay.
And
I
that's,
know.
like Montclair has like a lot of shops. Like Claremont's more like a hipster kind of hippie town. Like they
Okay.
have a lot of shops.
Yeah, we went to Montclair to get our prom and homecoming dresses.
Nice. Yeah, Montclair's nice. That's like where I go to Costco and stuff.
Well, they had such great deals. Like, we got dresses for $20. It was awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's this one place in downtown LA, and you can get like a full like whatever piece suit for like $100. You get like tie, vest, jacket, everything, and I'm like, seriously, California has some sweet deals. But you have to go to the ghetto.
I have a question.
39, I think it's A. Or are we not there yet?
I was going to ask you if you did inference for two means independent samples for this question.
For what question?
For 34, for the blue scores.
Did I do inference? What do you mean?
Like, I'm trying, like, what,
Oh, you do analyze descriptive statistics and then explore on SPSS.
well, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm asking, what kind of test did you do? Is it the inference for two means independent samples?
Oh, I think you do one t-test, one sample t-test.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I did that part wrong.
But I don't think you need to know that until 31 and 32. Like for 30, you always do analyze descriptive statistics and then explore, because the compare means is like, it will sometimes give you like a goofy confidence interval.
Okay, so on SPSS, so I have it up,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys did you do the automatic recode first?
You don't need to do it for this one.
Oh.
Yeah, see, we're like thinking about all the hard ones we had to do last time, but these two are really easy, actually.
So you just do analyze,
Mm-hmm.
compare means.
No.
No?
Wait, sorry. Are you, what are you looking for? Are you looking for 30? Not 30.
For blue
36.
scores.
You're looking for what?
For the blue scores. I'm on 30? No, 34.
Okay, so this is the one where you do the explore option.
Okay.
Do you remember how to do that? Like, analyze descriptive statistics and then explore.
Okay.
And then you move, like, the blue scores to the descriptive, whatever it's called, like, first option.
And then that's good. 95? Yes. Plots. Do we change any of the plots or the options?
The what?
The plots? So like in the box that has the statistics, plots, and options?
I don't think we do. Like, we're like literally looking for like super basic stuff. Like,
Oh. Okay, so I have it up now. So for lower bound, it's so slow, sorry.
that's okay. I'm sure everyone's like doing it, so it's like slower. Like the server or whatever.
All I have to say is everything better be right, because I don't want to do this question.
I know. I think I would cry if this is all wrong.
Okay, for lower bound, I got 0.282. And upper bound, 0.29284.
I don't think this is that.
Is that the same or is it different?
That's different.
Okay.
Uh,
So I did analyze, descriptive statistics, explore. I put the blue scores into the dependent list and then clicked OK.
the answers we got were 0.282 and 0.293. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that is what I said. Okay. I just didn't read the whole thing.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. It's okay.
You got 0.282 and 0.293?
Yes. Sorry, I'm being so slow.
It's fine.
Okay, and then freedom. This is not working. Wait, how did you guys get degrees of freedom?
You have to do then you have to do a different test. You have to do the compare means test.
As a one sample t-test?
Yeah, so you go compare means, one sample t-test, and then for, you know how they have that little box that has 0 in it?
Yeah.
Then you have to write the null hypothesis number, which is 0.295.
Okay. Okay, so I got 99.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to know the degrees of freedom, the test statistic, and the p-value.
The test, I got negative 2.803.
803?
Yes.
Yeah.
And p-value. Oh, this doesn't have. Oh wait, p-value is 0.006.
Yeah, and then because the null hypothesis is two-tailed, you have to divide that by 2.
Okay. Oh, duh. Okay.
Oh, I'm like not mentally ready for this test.
I don't feel like I am either. But I have to be.
I do too.
I'm gonna like study all day tomorrow. Oh no, I was supposed to go swimming today, but it's raining.
It's due tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes. I think I'm gonna
Wait,
start it at like 6 p.m. because it has to be done by like 11.
Yeah. I have to wait till my husband gets home or else I'll just lose my brain.
Yeah.
So for 39, did you put the last one? We have sufficient evidence to say it's not, or no?
I put A.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, A.
Did you guys finish already?
No.
Oh, okay. What question are you guys on?
I'm on 42.
You're on 42 already?
Wow.
But tell me if I'm right, because I don't know.
Yeah, so for this one, did you guys do the not automatic recode, shoot, what is it called? Transform compute variable?
I was wondering if we had to do something different.
You do.
But
Because
why?
see how it says, basically you're comparing the difference. And look, do you see how it in the italics it says define the difference as AM height minus PM height?
Yep. So do you do that before you find the upper and lower bound?
Yeah, you have to do that before.
Okay. So we go to continue.
So you go transform compute variable, and then you go AM height, and then you hit the minus button, and then you put over PM height, and then you hit like OK.
Height in the morning. Wait, do we need something in target variable? Difference.
Yes, yeah, you write just difference or whatever.
Difference. So AM height minus PM. And then just hit OK.
Yeah.
All right. So and then once we've done that, then we go to explore, right? Because that's how you get the interval. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's how you get the confidence interval. Yes.
And
The dependent list is just the difference, correct?
Yeah.
difference is what we call
Yes,
it. Oh,
yeah,
that's right. You're supposed to name it. And
So
then no stats or anything. Just hit OK.
Mhm.
the lower bound is the 10.
No, that's upper bound. I
No.
think.
Upper bound.
Yeah, upper bound's 10. Lower is
8.72.
8.728.
Yeah. Yup.
Upper bound is 10.455. Okay.
Almost done. Input the test statistic. So this is the one where you need to do the compare means one sample t-test.
Okay. Not paired sample.
No, I don't think so.
Because we just have the difference. That's the only sample we have for difference.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
test
I
value.
hope they don't have all those like crazy things we need to differentiate between like last time.
Do we need the test value in here this time?
What?
Do we put anything in the test value this time?
You put 0, I think. Yeah, you put 0 because the null hypothesis is there is no difference.
So what goes in the test? Oh, the difference goes in the test variable?
Mm-hmm.
My
0.
my t-score is 22.446.
That's what
Yes.
I got.
Me too.
Degrees of freedom is 40.
And then the p-value is just 0 because it's super little.
Let's see.
Yes, we rejected the null. No.
Based
Yeah.
on there's enough evidence, yes, because we rejected it all.
Yes, 15.
Okay, I'm so fed up that I just want to submit it and don't even want to review it.
20.
I don't think we do. I don't know. I feel like we agreed on everything. So if we're wrong, we're all wrong.
And because we agreed that was reviewing it.
Well, the only ones we kind of disagreed on that we're just seeing are like the top ones.
All right, let's see. Number 3 is wrong, and I put independent sample test.
Okay, yeah. So I think 3 is then the chi-squared.
It's not, because I got that one wrong too.
You got it wrong too. No way.
Dang.
No, I don't know what it is.
I got question 2 wrong too.
Question 2 was the chi-squared.
Okay.
Question 2 is chi-squared. And question 3 is neither. Okay, question 3. A human resources manager, blah, blah, blah. Is it paired samples, maybe? Or is it independent?
I put independent and it was wrong.
Okay, so maybe it's paired. And you put chi?
For 3, yeah, I put the chi-square.
Okay.
Oh,
I
wait.
feel like it might be paired sample.
Okay. What about 2? Do we have that one? That was correct.
Yeah.
Square.
Yeah, so number 2 was chi-squared.
Here's
So
the chi.
3.
What else did you guys get wrong?
I'm looking.
Um,
7.
7.
7, we put independent samples T confidence interval.
Why do we even have to do these? Like, I'm gonna write a letter to someone about how this is not
So
conducive
number
to
7, I thought it was
the 1 proportion or 2 proportions.
because we're doing a percentage, which is a proportion, right?
No.
We're looking to see the percentage of psychology majors reporting they're satisfied and the percentage of number crunchers, what's that word? Accountants
Yeah.
that are satisfied. So wouldn't it be a confidence interval for what, 1 proportion or 2?
I think 2 proportions.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
for which, for 7?
Yeah. Did you get anything else wrong after 8?
Oh, we're checking.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys get 8 right?
I got it wrong.
I got it right. 8 was 1 sample T confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, I had.
Did you say C or T?
T.
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 So it's B.
Second choice.
Okay.
Okay, so 9.
Yeah, what else did you guys get wrong?
I got 28 wrong.
20.
I got 14 wrong.
14.
Why is 14 wrong? What'd you put, Leah?
14 is 0.138.
Why?
I just have that too.
I have 138 also.
What? I thought, Heather, you said negative 1.091. What
Oh,
happened?
and then Leanne said, that's a test statistic. You have to put it into the applet. Remember? Because I had that.
Wait a minute. So what's the answer on that one?
Yeah, because Leanne was like, no, remember, you have to put it into the applet. That's the test statistic, but they're not asking for that. They're asking
Right. It was what? 0.38?
1.38.
0.138.
No, Severy. Oh my gosh, I can't say it.
0.138.
Sorry, you got 28 wrong, Leah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I put 15 because I rounded to a whole number.
28.
No,
No,
it's 1537, I think.
1,537.
What'd you guys get on 20?
20?
20 is 0.145.
Why?
Because it is. I don't know.
There's a lot of questions on this test. I don't know.
I got 0.928.
I have to just submit my quiz because I have to go pick up my little guy in like 10 minutes. So I'm going to submit. I have one unanswered question.
Leah,
42.
Leah, what did you put on 25?
What is the test assistant?
25.
Third choice.
I put the last choice.
Oh,
No.
you put last choice?
It's the
Yeah.
last choice.
Oh, okay.
25 wrong.
Okay, what else did you guys get wrong?
That's all I have. What was 28?
Hold on, I'm coming.
1537.
15.37?
1537.
No.
Okay, I got a 90 on here. I missed
Yeah.
Oh,
so many.
Right?
What did you get?
Question 29. Question 29 is not correct for A. That's what I put. I don't know why.
Oh, I think you.
I switched them. I'm a
Oh,
moron.
I think the second last choice is right for 29.
That's like E.
What?
It's like it's choice E.
Yeah, I don't know why I have A on there.
But that's the second last one, right? Yeah, A, B, C, D, E.
Wait, so Charlotte,
Okay, what
for
else did you?
28, did you get 1,537?
Yes.
And you got it right?
Yes.
Okay.
What about 25? I got that wrong.
Hold on.
25 is the last one.
Yeah, we all made that mistake except for Leah.
Okay.
So what else did you guys get wrong?
Did we decide what 3 is or we don't know?
I think we said it's C, but I don't think we know.
Okay, for question 20, I did not get that right. What was it? Is it 0.145? I have a 0.
0.145.
Okay, I have. Okay.
I have to go back and put all the right answers in here so I can redo it.
I know what
Here,
I'm
wait, let me submit mine with the like fixed ones at the top. Wait, Heather, did you fix the top ones? Did you get them right?
I have all of the top ones right except for question 3. I put paired samples.
Oh. Okay, paired samples is still wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm gonna put a different answer and we'll see what's right.
Time out, time out. 3, if it's not paired, if it's not independent, and if it's not chi.
not paired, not independent, not pi. So
Is it true proportions?
yeah, it's got to be a proportion.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the second last one, test of true proportions.
Wait, isn't it a NOVA because there's like high school, undergraduate degree, master's degree, it's like a variant?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, man.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, wait, sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Question 3 is just 40 or older, or yeah. So you probably want to look.
Okay, so I'm just gonna submit it and see what happens. Okay, so I got 3 right, so it is 2 proportions.
Okay.
So I lied. 2 proportions doesn't have to have the word proportion in it. Would have thought. Okay, so I got 100%. I got everything right.
And 7 was 2 proportions?
Here, let me look.
Yeah, 7 is 2 proportion. Oh, wait.
So both 6 and 7 are 2.
No, 7 is 2 proportions.
Independent T confidence is what I have for 7.
It's not right.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
7 is confidence interval for 2 proportions. The last choice.
Where did I go? My test just went away. Okay, so number 7 is tell me what it is.
It's the last choice, confidence interval for 2 proportions.
And for H, we decided on the T confidence.
1 sample T is 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 sample T is 8.
Okay. All right. I have to go because
Yeah.
got my son from football training camp.
Well, yeah,
We
you
have
can
to-
like email or text us, whatever, if you want, like, the answers.
I don't think we have to submit this one.
What do you mean?
This.
Yeah, because we're probably talking about tests.
Oh, no, yeah, you don't submit the